What's up, just 350 JP in the house. Okay, so I just got finished doing some sewing. My wife and her mom and family, I guess they make a couple of sewing factories, so I go there and sew a little bit. I sewed some, I don't know what those things are, but anyway, I did like 48 of them. But it's a two-step process. One, you gotta like sew a trim and then fold it in half horizontally and then sew the rest of it. But you need to have the top where the trim is, or the hedge is, or the hem, or whatever. Hem, maybe that's the word. It has to be open and stuff. So it was cool. It took a long time to do that because I am not so good at typing, not typing, but sewing. Well, the first part, sewing the hem, is easy, you know, but the rest of it, it's a little difficult if you can't line it up straight and stuff like that. So, but it's all cool. So anyway, sorry about the last live video. It was kind of jumpy and stuff, and I'm sorry. So I want to do it again this time. Since I remember the correct order, I can do it right. Okay, so I went to Thailand, and my wife, we had decided to have an open marriage because, well, maybe I was the, because why? Okay, so let me get the whole story straight. Forget it, y'all don't need to know it, but there's a reason behind it. If you want to know, ask me, I'll tell you later, but it's in my other videos. So anyway, so we decided to have an open relationship, a marriage and stuff. So we went to Thailand, and we was going there for like 10 days and stuff. First 5 days or so we working, the other 3 we went to Phuket. So while we went there, I went to the States. Anyway, I went to the States and wait. Oh, okay, so this is afterwards. So anyway, I had we went to what was it? Not the States, but we went to Hawaii. Where did we go? Thailand. And so she went off and, you know, did her thing, maybe with her boyfriend or whatever, because she had a boyfriend out there, some African dude. And some African dude. But anyway, he was actually, the dude was cool. I mean, really, he was cool. You know, he was shorter than I was, but he was like strong as hell. But he was shorter than I was. Me and him did go out to a club once together, but my foot was injured, and then we got into this little argument, and so I think he kind of like said something that kind of ticked me off. But I just had to hold my tongue and stuff because I was on crutches at that time. Plus, I think if we would have gotten a fight, he probably would have whooped my ass anyway, because he was just strong and stuff. So, but anyway, you know, so anyway, I think she went off with him. No, she didn't. Wait. No, yeah, she did. And it's a baby. I don't know what she did. Anyway, I went to this club, and I was just sitting there, and this Thai woman came in, and she wasn't a normal looking Thai woman that I guess most people would probably imagine, even though Thai women, you know, they come in many different features like Japanese people do too. Anyway, she looked more kind of like the the Thai woman that's more white, you know, and that most white guys would, well, a typical black guy would think she would want a white guy, even though she was married to some Israeli guy, but I think they broke up. She was like 20, 26, 25, 26, 28. They both were the same age, but I guess, you know, maybe she was too strong for him, or something happened where they just decided to, you know, have open relationships, you know, and she did her thing, he did her thing. I mean, he did his thing, but I think what happened was they both ended up living in different places. I don't know if they kept in touch. Maybe he was, I don't know, it could have been a visa thing or whatever. I have no idea. I totally forgot. She did tell me though. But anyway, so I'm sitting in this club in some downtown area in Bangkok. In the daytime it's a road, at night they turn into a outside shopping area, and they have clubs and stuff. And so I was just chilling and stuff, drinking a Heineken. In the States I would drink once every 6 months as a rule, because when I go to clubs, if I did drink, people would bother me. If I don't drink, people wouldn't bother me, which was strange. So but that was at a bar. Even at a bar too, people come and talk some weird stuff. So anyway, I was sitting there drinking a Heineken and stuff, just chilling by myself. And all of a sudden, she walks over to me and say, "Hey, how you doing?" So like, I turned and looked, and I was like, "Whoa, 10, a dime. You know, what's up?" You know, so we started talking and stuff. Then my wife comes in and sees us talking, so she comes over there and sit next to me, and the lady said, "Oh, who is that?" You know, I said, "Oh, it's my wife." She said, "Oh, I'm sorry." I said, No, it's okay. We got an open relationship, so it doesn't matter." And then she was like, "Oh, me and my husband do too," and she was telling me about what was going on and stuff, you know, or her ex-husband, I forget, because she did identify him as her husband. Then as we talked, she just started loosening up and kind of maybe telling the truth. I'm not sure, but I'm not sure if they were divorced though. I really can't remember. I don't think so, but I know he was doing his own thing, she was doing their own thing. They didn't live together, and I don't even know. She said they hardly contacted each other unless something, they really needed something from each other, then they would. But other than that, it was like they were single, something like that. But anyway, my wife wanted to go back to the hotel, so I said, "Cool." So we left, we got in a taxi, and she was like, "Where's your friend?" And I'm like, "What do you mean, my friend? I don't have no friend." She said, "That girl you was talking to." I'm like, "What girl are you talking about?" "The one we just left." I said, "Oh, because I'll forget. If you don't know anything about me, I'll come out here to Japan. I'll go to clubs, I'll talk to the women, I'll get their numbers, I'll get their lines, and the next day I'll forget. If they don't call me, I will not call them. And I have like a whole bunch of numbers and line stuff in my phone, and I don't call. And I'll forget by the next day. And that happened because in Nagoya, the first 2 years, when all the women were coming to me and talking to me, I would call them and they would never call back. So I just said, fuck it. I'll just collect the numbers as a hobby, and the contacts and whatever as a hobby, and that was it. So anyway, I totally forgot her. And then she said, "Well, go back and get her." I'm like, "No, it's okay, I don't want it." She said, No, bring it back to the room and you can do this. I'm like, I'm not interested in doing that, And so I went back anyway and said, "Come on, you busy tonight?" She's like, "No." I said, "Come stay with us." She's like, "Is that okay? You sure?" I'm like, yeah, we got an open relationship, no problem. So she was like, "Cool," and I'm telling you, she was fine. And so she came back, we went to the room, and we talked a little bit, and we got in bed. So I think I ended up sleeping. No, she slept in the middle. And my wife said, "You gonna do anything? You gonna do anything?" I'm like, "No, for what?" Because actually she was beautiful, but for me to actually get sexually in the mood and stuff, it takes a lot of mental what is it called, preparation and stuff, unless it's just like how can I say it? Oh, it's raining, I gotta hurry up and get my so this is what I made for my posters. So the one at the top, it says Shogakuse Ichinen Kara, first grader, sixth grader. Within 2 years, I can teach them to speak English. I have a really easy program, and of course you can see all that. Here it says for adults. If you're busy, meaning if you're busy, you don't have a lot of time, then in 1 month, 4 lessons, which is 1 hour, I can teach you to speak just about whatever you want to say in English, and I can do that. I've done it before. This is for junior high school and high school kids who are busy, and in 3 months I can have them speaking pretty much what they want. And then I started one for little kids from 1 year old to 3, and they can just come in for 1,000 yen and stuff, and they have trial lessons. And in this area, I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna get back to the story. Well, I meant to get something and I totally forgot. Whoa. Staring at me, and people behind me like, "Move, lady, move." So anyway, the next day we woke up, went out to eat and stuff, and that was it. And so my wife was like, "Why don't you do anything?" I'm like, "No, for what? All this open marriage stuff is cool, but she's the one who actually she was 14 years older than me. She was beautiful. A woman. Her and her ex-husband used to be, I guess they made a lot of money. I mean, a lot of money and stuff selling jewelry. And she had a lot of style, went a lot of places and stuff. So she was more, let's see, more mature than I was, I guess, because of the age and more experience. But she loved sex, and in Hawaii we used to have a lot of sex. But then she was just so, she just ran off at the mouth so much, and not really physically violent, but she did take an ashtray, the ceramic ashtray, and threw it at me when I was in the bathroom, because she was arguing with me about something, and I didn't know what it was. And so I saw from my peripheral vision that she picked it up and she threw it. And so as it's flying in the air and I see it, I guess I must have went in one of those matrix modes that I just closed the door, and it hit the door from the outside, and I was like, what? So when I finished, I opened the door and looked at it, and it was this big old hole in the wall, in the door. And I'm thinking, if that thing would have hit me, she probably would have killed me. And so after that, I was like, nah, I'm done with her, you know. And so then I did start messing around, but it wasn't because of by my choice. It was this one Hawaiian lady in Hawaii. I was working at this one place. I was in the mailroom, and she would come and stare at me for like 2-3 weeks at a time. I mean, for a duration of about 2 or 3 weeks, but she would stare at me for like 20 minutes, 10, 15, 20 minutes. And for the first 2 weeks, I didn't say anything to her, but I was like, what is this woman's problem? But she had a beautiful face, but she was Hawaiian, so she was kind of thick and everything, you know. But she had a beautiful face, really pretty face, and really nice. I think she was like 23 or 24. At that time, I was 29. And all the guys in the place wanted her. The brothers were trying to get her and everything, and she was not having it. But I guess she had something for me, but I never spoke to her or nothing. So then after 2 weeks, well, I'm going off the long story, but anyway, we ended up messing around. So and then my wife found out, and blah blah blah, and then she met up with her, and they got into a big fight, and she messed my wife up. And came to the place where I was working. I was like, oh my god, you know, I was like, wow, I was really shocked. But yeah, so I was the one that first started messing around. But actually, what I was gonna do was divorce her. But I was like, you know, I didn't divorce my first wife because even though she was messing around, I didn't divorce her. And this lady, she's cool and everything, but you know, but when she wanted to go back to Japan for her business, she asked me did I want to go, and I told her no. She's like, why? I said, I don't know anything about Japan. Why am I going to go halfway around the world? You know, my kids are in LA. I can go back and finish school. And she was like, why you want to finish school? I said, to make money. She said, okay, come to Japan for a month. And bam, I made a lot of money, but you know, I still didn't get my education. I got to go do that. But anyway, so that's how it was. I'm the one started it, the messing around, maybe, but she could have been messing around when I was at work. I have no idea. But anyway, I was the one that got called first. Say that. And so anyway, what happened was we came back and kept going back and forth, and on occasion I would meet her, that girl. And one time I was in a club, and it was really interesting. I was in a club. It was a new club, and it was upstairs on the second floor. It was really nice, very roomy. A lot of Thai women and guys were in there, and they what happened? They was in there drinking and stuff. So when I go in the club, you know, I'll just go get me a drink, go stand on the dance floor, and just dance by myself. But I have like 2 drinks. So someone always comes up, you know, it'll be the Thai guys come up and talk to me, real cool. So I buy them a drink. Then the girls will come, and I buy them a drink. You know, I just tell everybody to dance with each other. JPM, I got cut off. I'm hearing these sirens. I don't know where they're coming from, but I guess they're okay. Police, oh, there they are. Okay, so anyway, I got cut off. Somebody called me. One of my students, my bad practice, business practices, is at the school right now with her mom. Thank God her mom brings her on this Golden Week, but I thought the whole week was Golden Week because everyone told me it was Golden Week, and I swore I told everybody that this week was off, but it's cool because it's 5 times this week. So I told her I'm sorry. Next week I'll bring a present. Every time I do something, I always bring presents. So anyway, I went to the club and I was just chilling and stuff, buying people drinks, talking to everyone. The women were like cool, the guys were cool, you know, and I'm an old man, you know, my 30s, they're all in their 20s and stuff. So the girl walks in again. And I saw her, and she waved, I waved, you know, and I'm thinking that she's just gonna go do something else, right? She comes right over me, stand within like 3 inches of my face, and starts speaking to me. And I back up, and she moves forward, and I move to the side, and she moved to the side. And I'm like, why are you standing so close to me, you know? And she was like, well, just like talking to you this close. I mean, what do you mean you like talking to me this close? We only spoke once and stuff, you know? She said, yeah, but she gave her a reason. Maybe when we were in the club, she could have been close and I didn't pay attention, or when we were sleeping, you know, maybe she put her face close to mine when I was sleeping, and when she woke up or whatever, I have no idea. And so we sitting there talking, you know, and this white dude walks in. So he walks in, you know, he was kind of buff too, and not like yoke buff, but muscular and stuff. So he walks over to us and stand a little off, maybe about a foot or two off, maybe 2 feet off, 2 feet away. And I look and I'm like, is this your friend? She said, oh yeah, that's my friend, you know. And so we're talking and stuff, and I'm like, well, come on, you know, and you know, come and talk to me, you know. So he was like, okay, cool. So he came and he was talking and stuff, and you know, I was buying everyone around the drinks and stuff, because at that time I had money and stuff. And plus, out in Thailand, the drinks at that time were really cheap. So, you know, if you don't buy people a drink in Thailand, then you're really cheap. But anyway, so we were sitting down, we were all talking and stuff, and the white dude was like, because at that time I was, yo, pretty big and stuff, and so he was like, man, after we talked, you know, and everything was all cool, he was like, well, what's your relationship, you know? And I'm like, we just friends. It's only the second time I met her, but for some reason, you know, she just wanted to talk to me. So whatever, you know, he was like, oh wow, he said, when I came in, I saw you talking, I thought she was your I thought you were her boyfriend, and I was scared to come over because maybe you're gonna kick my ass or some stuff like that. I started laughing. I said, even if she was my girlfriend and I was messing around, I don't fight over no sex and stuff like that, you know. He was like, oh, okay, well, you're really cool. And I was like, yeah, you know. So we talking and stuff, and then yeah, it had to have been that night. I'm thinking that the other video I said was another night, but it had to be that night. And so what happened was, whatever the other video, I'm getting 2 stories mixed up. It don't matter, it sounded good anyway. So I got to go to the store and get some food. Anyway, so I went and what did I go up to? Oh, so anyway, we were all hanging out and stuff, and I don't know what happened. We just hung out, and I ended up going home. And then we met up again somewhere. I don't know where, maybe another club within. I don't know if it was that same time or the next time, but I'm thinking it was the same time though. And we had met up at another club, someplace. Maybe it could have been the same club, but this time she brought one of her friends. Her friends were like, her friend was like a lot shorter than she was, but her friend, I mean, both of them were dimes and everything, but her friend was like a little darker than her, you know. So it brought in that natural, exotic, tropical look, I guess. That I don't know if white guys would look at it like that, but anyway, I know black guys would, you know, just that extra chocolate caramel kind of flavor to it and stuff. And she was cute. I was looking at both of them like, man, if I had a choice, I would have to take them both, you know. So we ended up hanging out and stuff, and I think we all, yeah, that's what happened. We ended up, I think they ended up taking me to some exclusive club. I guess it was like in a whole old hotel. It was a luxury hotel that, you know, lost its flavor or something, or I don't know where it was, but it was like this. It was, I mean, you can tell by the furniture that in the old days it used to be a popular place, you know, luxurious place and stuff, because it had the velvet seats and they were kind of big, a big old pool table in the middle of the floor and stuff, and they were playing hip-hop music and stuff. So I was like, okay, cool, you know. And I'm looking around and stuff, and it was this, you know, it was our older crowd actually, and the guys there were actually my age. You know, the women there were different ages, and it was a very mature club. And it was only me and him, me and a white dude there. And so, so we're dancing and stuff. I'm thinking that was that night. I'm trying to think. I'm thinking it was that night. And so the girl, she sat in this one of those armchairs, and velvet armchairs and stuff, and opened up her legs and said, "Come here and dance with me." I was like, "What?" So of course, you know, I'm used to dancing like that, so I got between my legs and my hands were on the armrest, you know, and we just dancing and stuff, you know, whatever, you know, whatever you do when women are in those kind of dances, I mean, those chairs and those positions and stuff. But it was almost like if we were actually doing it, you know, but it was just a dancing thing and stuff. I guess something like that, you know how we danced back in the days and stuff. I guess they still do it now. And it was just really interesting because the guys were looking, you know, and they were like looking and looking and looking, and I was like, maybe I should chill out. So I kind of chilled out, you know, and sat down and stuff. And I think one of the guys actually came over to me and was like, "Hey, you know, it's, you know, usually we don't like foreigners here, you know." And I think he said that, you know, because it was after we had to talk, I chilled out, and he said, "But you seem like a cool guy, but you know, show a little restraint." Well, he didn't say exactly those words. We did speak English, but basically he was saying like, show a little restraint when you hear, because you don't want to offend any of the other guys, because we're here, you know, to enjoy time with our women, you know, and this is, you know, hardly any foreigners ever come here, you know, and you know, so just be cautious. Basically, he was a warning. And I was like, cool, you know. So then, oh wow, I could park here, right here in front, right here in front. But I wonder if I can get in there, because it is just so difficult to get in. Because it is so difficult to get in. Please. I'm backing up. Yeah, this person is right in the way, and I don't know why they don't park, but I can't see outside my window very well because it is raining, and of course the water blurs the vision between the eyes and the air, and I think I did pretty well. So anyway, I chilled out and I sat down. So we stayed there for about another 45 minutes and stuff, just drinking and stuff. And of course, you know, I was buying the guys drink, even though they didn't need it, you know. And because some of the guys said, no, you know, they came, we were talking and stuff. I said, let me buy you a drink. And they said, no, you know, we got money. You know, we're not poor. And I was like, yeah, I know that, but I'm a guest in your country, so let me buy you a drink, you know, for thanking me here, you know, because they could have easily told me to get out of that club and I would have had to leave, you know. So we buying drinks and stuff. So then after the club, I was gonna go home, and they were like, no, let's go back to you know, the tall girl's room. So I'm like, I don't think I want to go there, you know. And then no, come. And the younger, not the younger one, but the shorter one, she was like, oh, please. So I'm like, okay. So we go back into their room. She has a bed. I don't know why I'm thinking futon, but it was a bed. And her and the white dude, the tall one and the white dude, just jumped in the bed, jumped under the cover, and started doing their thing. You know, I was like, wow, you know. And so the short one, she went in the shower and came out, you know, after 15 minutes or whatever. And she only had a towel around her, and she came over and sat just like that on my lap. And I was like, wow, this is the second time, you know, something like this happened. The other time happened in Hawaii and stuff. I'll tell you that story later. And so she kind of opened up her towel, let me see her body and stuff, and I was like, okay. But I didn't touch her, you know, and then she took my arms and put them on her waist, you know, and then she started trying to kiss me and stuff. I was like, no. And she like kissed me on my cheek and stuff, you know, and then she was like, why don't you touch me? And I'm like, I just wasn't feeling her. I don't know what it was, but I just was not feeling her. So I told her I'm sorry, you know. And she said, come on, just relax. And I'm like, oh, I can't. So we were doing that for about like 20 minutes or so. And I just finally picked her up, you know, and she was like butt naked, you know, in her birthday suit. And I said, I'm gonna leave. She said, why? You know, and then the other two was like, where you going? I'm like, I'm leaving. Then no, just enjoy. I said, no, I'm just really uncomfortable, you know. So she was kind of sad and stuff. So when I left, she was looking at the door and stuff, out the door, but you know, where people couldn't really see her and stuff, you know. So I said, okay, you know, I gotta go. So I just wrapped my arm around her waist and gave her a real light hug, you know, so that I wouldn't really feel her body up against mine, you know. It's this really light hug. And so I went home. So the next day, me and my wife, we walking on Kawasan Road, and I see them coming down the street, and I'm like, oh no, and, you know, and I was kind of shocked, and I didn't know if my wife still remembered that other lady, because even though we did have these open kind of relationships and stuff, she was still jealous because you know, there's just, I guess she loved me, I guess, whatever, how you want to interpret that. But they came, I was like, please don't talk to me, please don't say nothing. And they walked right over and started speaking to me. Whoa, see that? That's pretty good. So what is that, a Chevy van? And I was like, whoa. So we were talking and stuff, and they wanted to beat me out, hang out that night and stuff. And I was like, I don't know if I can't, you know. And the just shorter girl was like, please, I want to see you. I just was not feeling her, you know. And so I just said, okay, well, if I go out, we'll meet up. If not, then sorry, you know. But please, if you come over here, I can't tell you not to come over here. But, you know, if we meet up tonight, then we hang out. If I don't meet up with you, then please, you know. And so she was like kind of sad. You know, and I was kind of sad too. But I just wasn't feeling it. I mean, you know, because I'm like, how can I say that? Go to Thailand. A lot of guys go to Thailand, have fun, and just bounce. Me, I was more or less like, I wasn't really feeling her, because I was actually feeling the tall one better. And even if she wanted to do something, I don't know if I would have. But, I mean, you know, it was me and her first. The tall one then messing with her friend too. So I was like, no. But, I don't know. It was really interesting, though, how they ended. So, I think after that, I didn't see the short one. But I do know me and the tall one, we ended up meeting about... How many times did we meet? I'm at a mall. We were meeting. I'm sure I ran into her at least 3 or 4 times. You know, at least 3 or 4 times. But yeah, that was interesting. I can't remember her name, but she was so cool. And if her and her husband did get a divorce, because I think she said they were going to, but you know, you're just too busy doing stuff. Whoever ended up with her, or even that short one, boy, and I'm like, wow, it's a trip. But I don't regret not doing anything with her, you know what I'm saying? I don't regret that, but I do regret that I wasn't able to keep in touch, or I didn't think to keep in touch and stuff. But that's it. I'm out. Peace.